What's going on, guys? It's Intense Thrills and welcome to another video. And in this video we'll be ranking the top 5 B&Ms at Six Flags Great Adventure. And I've been talking about these B&Ms a lot, so I was like, I might as well do a video and rank these B&Ms and say my thoughts and where they rank. So I thought this would be a cool idea, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. And I know there's going to be some controversial things in here, but I'm not going to say it yet. So, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and let's jump straight into the video. Making its way at number 5, we have Superman Ultimate Flight. And yes, if you know me, I will always say this is probably the worst B&M in the park. This thing, okay, yeah, the sensation and the ride experience flying is cool. But when you have a ride, when you have that experience with no forces, it just doesn't do it. And this ride has no forces. Like, the drop is okay. The pretzel loop is literally the only good moment on this ride, and everybody can agree with me. That is literally the only good moment on this ride. The inline twist is not as good. You just meander around the whole ride, and this thing just has no forces. And it's like the worst B&M in the park. So number 4, we have Batman the Ride, and I hate to put it here because this ride is so forceful. It's whippy, and each element slaps perfectly, and it actually made me gray out a couple of times too. Like, this ride is so good in the back row and very intense. It's so short. Like, if it was not short, it would have been higher, but it's so short, and like a blink of an eye, this ride is over. Like, you hit a few elements and this ride is over. I just wish it was longer. If it was longer, it would have been higher up on this list. But since it's short, it's going to be a little bit lower. But do not get me wrong. Do not go in this ride thinking, yeah, just because it's short. No, this ride is absolutely intense for its length. So definitely get a ride on Batman the Ride. And at number 4, we have Batman the Ride. This is where it still starts to get spicy. At number 3, we have Medusa. And yeah, y'all are probably like, wait, what? Yeah, Medusa is actually intense, way longer than Batman. And this thing actually provides an amazing ride experience. The snap into the interlocking corkscrews, the whip in the 0G roll, and the whip in the Cobra roll is insane. And honestly, this ride is great. And actually, this past Saturday, well, not this past Saturday, literally Saturday, I grayed out on the interlocking corkscrews. Those things literally caught me off guard, and I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, first time it ever happened, and I'm like, dude, this thing is running intense, and the interlocking corkscrews actually caught me off guard, and I'm like, yeah, this thing is actually pretty good. And some people might say that the dive loop into the fire effect is their favorite moment. No, not for me. The interlocking corkscrews over the spikes are an underrated moment on this ride. Those things are so snappy and they're so intense. I love the interlocking corkscrews. And the dive loop into the fire effect is my second favorite moment. And obviously, I just said it. My first favorite moment is the interlocking corkscrews. Never sleep on Medusa. This thing is easily an intense ride. Amazing. So at number 3, we have Medusa. Probably like Intense Thrills. What are we getting at? At number 2, we have Nitro. Nitro is easily my second favorite B&M in the park. And for that being, the problem I have with this ride is that it's inconsistent. One day you could go to the park, it will be running intense like it did for me. I almost blacked out on the upwards helix. Then another day you could go to the park, it will be running terrible. Well, not terrible, but on the weaker side. Yeah, the upwards helix will make you gray out, but it wouldn't be as intense as before. And this ride is underrated. I will say this ride is underrated. The only problem is that it's just inconsistent. And the return trip is an underrated moment and a slept on moment. The return trip with the bunny hills is so slept on. You get some great floater, and it's actually amazing. Nitro is, like I said, underrated. I just wish it was consistent more. And, you know, if it was very consistent, it would be higher. It would be top spot. But it's not consistent, so it is at number 2. So, yeah, at number 2, we have Nitro. Number one, we have Green Lantern. And I know y'all are like intense thrills. Are you serious? Yes, guys, I'm actually serious. Please do not hate me for this. At number one, we have Green Lantern. And yes, Green Lantern is number one for many reasons. One, this thing is actually intense. Two, this ride is very consistent. Three, it has a creative layout and it just does things better than the other four that makes it really unique. And I just love the experience you get on Green Lantern. Easily intense, just like the others. Has a creative layout than the others, and it's more consistent than the others. Every single ride I got on Green Lantern this season absolutely slaps. Like, this ride never disappointed me this season. I really feel the intensity in my legs every single time I get off this ride this season. And I just built so much love for this ride. And the coaster stand-up method, row 6, absolutely slaps. You get so much smoothness. And this ride is easily just really good. And I just actually like this ride. It's underrated and it's overhated. And it's just really good. That's all I gotta say. So that's gonna do it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I told you guys it was gonna get controversial, and this is exactly what I was talking about, because I know you guys didn't see Green Lantern being number one, but it happened. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, stay intense.